I'm going to talk about how to configure SQLite database. You might have seen how to configure MySQL, but in this video I'm just talking about the SQLite database and how to seed this database. Without further ado, let's get started. To start, let's run our project. I write PHP artisan inside the project, which is in this address. I write PHP artisan serve, and our project is running, and I will open this project in the browser. Our project is running. Now I open the editor. From here, as you can see, we have all the folders of the Laravel framework. As you can see here, app, bootstrap, config, and everything else. From here, we can open this folder. As you can see, we have all these configuration files here. For example, if I open the app folder here, there is a lot of configuration file like application name, like env, and everything else. There are many here. I will talk by the time we have things to do with them. And we also have a file here, the database for database configuration. But we also have the env file here outside these folders. Here we have by default the MySQL database as configured, and the database name CMS. We need to create this database, but because I'm using MySQLite, I need to change this and this to SQLite from here. We can also do it from here, but I'm doing it in the env.env file. From here, it will go back to this file, and the related data from env function will be converted to the strings needed to put for these indexes. So I'm writing this SQLite, and here I need to write the name of the database. I write database and then slash SQLite cms.SQLite database. We need to create this database inside the folder database here. As you can see here, we need to create this one. In order to do that, we open the terminal. You can use the command line, Windows command line, but I'm using the editors, the PHP Storm editor. From here, I write touch and write database and cms.SQLite from here. And after entering, it will create a database. As you can see here, it should create a database. Here you can see the database is open. I open it through the Explorer. I open the folder it is contained. Here, as you can see, we have our database, SQLite database created. I'm using an application called SQLite Expert Professional. You can download it from the internet. It's free. It has a free and a paid version. You can use the free one. So I open this address. I click on open database. From here, I'm giving this address. You can give your own address to it. So here I'm pasting, and as you can see, we have the database here, and opening this database. As you can see, nothing is here. We don't have anything. By clicking on the database, as you can see, nothing is here. We don't have anything, not any tables here. So I go to the editor back, and right now I want to connect to this database. Right now, because our database does not have a user or password, I will remove these two parts also and save it. After this one, we need to create the related models to seed the database and to experiment some data from the database. From here, I will write PHP artisan and make model. This command will create a model. If I give a -m parameter to this command, it will also create a migration for this model. So right now I'm creating a model. so I need to give, I also need to give a name. I'm giving pages. I'm creating a model named pages, and I will create this migration also. So right now I created the model and also the migration. From here we can check our model. I will open the app folder. Here you can see we have a model here, and it extends the model class of the Laravel. It contains many useful functions to work with databases. And from here I'm opening the database folder. From database folder we have the migration folder here. So here we have created our migration. Here I open it. As you can see, we have other migration also here. So they will also they are used for Laravel configurations itself. We now created this migration, so I will work with this migration. Now I will create just a simple table containing some columns. Right now we have the ID, which is auto increment. It is the primary key, is by default given, and we have the timestamp creating 2 columns, and I am creating one more column here. I'm giving it a name title, giving it a string and giving it a name of title. After doing this one, I'm running the command to migrate these changes to the database. PHP artisan and migrate, and enter. It should give the related it should migrate the related migrations here. Now if I open now the SQLite editor, as you can see here we have the failed job. These are all for configuration of the Laravel itself, but now I have this table named pages, and if I check inside here, no data is here. We have the ID, we have the title, we have the created at and updated at. This time I'm going to put some data inside the table pages, the pages table. So I will use the seeders. Here is a folder here. We have by default a database seeder, but we can create our own seeders also. So as you can see here, we open this database seeder file to add some data to the pages table. Now I will write some code to add some data to the database. I added this code here. The DB is a class, and we also have another class, string. I just copy pasted this one because I didn't want to write it to take some time. So here we have imported this file from Illuminate support facade DB, and we have the Illuminate support str. These two functions, first one allow me to add some data to the database, and the second one, the string function, the string class, is allow me to generate some string numbers. So here I'm adding some data to the pages table here, the pages table here, and I use the insert function to insert some data. Now we need to put as a array. I'm giving the name of column and then giving that a string title, and I'm using this function from this class to generate a 3-character string for me. So I copy paste this one to add some data. So I copy pasted these 3 times, and now I'm running the migration back again to add these data to the database. So now I need to run the command to see the database. I write PHP artisan and then DB colon and seed. Enter. As you can see, now seeding the database. If I open back, as you can see, we have 3 rows of data generated inside the database. So every time if I drop the database or delete the tables, then the seeding will help me to regenerate the data, some random data, to work with those data to develop our application.